She wakes before the sun has warmed the floor and ties her apron up beside the door. The batter in the bowl just starts to sing as morning fills the kitchen with its ring. Green plants hang down from baskets near the glass, and golden light comes slow and soft at last. She pours a circle perfect on the pan, and this is how her morning all began. Pancake morning, warm and sweet, butter melting in the heat, berries on the side so bright, making everything feel right. The coffee drips its steady, gentle song, and headphones on, she hums the whole day long. The stack grows tall with butter on the top, and for one morning she decides to stop. Pancake morning, warm and sweet, butter melting in the heat, berries on the side so bright, making everything feel right. Just the kitchen and the morning air, and all those little green things everywhere. A gentle morning, nothing in the way, just pancakes to begin this perfect day. She sets the kettle with a careful hand and measures out the grounds like grains of sand. The dripper rests above the carafe glass, and through the filter all the slow hours pass. The kitchen hums with every drip that falls, and trailing vines hang soft along the walls. She holds the cup and breathes it slowly in, a quiet ritual where mornings begin. The coffee drips so patient and so true, a steady rhythm in the morning blue. Drop by drop the morning comes alive, and everything inside her starts to thrive. She stands in lace and listens to the sound of coffee finding its way to the ground. The pour over meditation slow, a morning offering to the world below. The coffee drips so patient and so true. A steady rhythm in the morning blue. Drop by drop the morning comes alive, and everything inside her starts to thrive. Kitchen light, where everything just feels perfectly right. One cup of coffee and the whole day blooms in the soft and dripping morning rooms. She puts her headphones on before the sun and fills the kitchen with a cooking song. The plants all sway as if they know the tune, and everything feels light as the morning moon. The measuring bowl sits round and wide and wide. The oven mitt hangs warm in morning light. A cutting board is propped against the wall, and every little detail standing tall. This is the kitchen song, soft and slow, where everything is basking in the glow. She moves like morning, easy and at ease, while all the hanging vines begin to breathe. The vintage scale tips gentle on its spring, and wicker baskets hold each little thing. She ladles out the batter round and wide, and hums along to what she feels inside. This is the kitchen song, soft and slow, where everything is basking in the glow. She moves like morning, easy and at ease, while all the hanging vines begin to breathe. The kitchen song for no one else but her, and all the green and growing things that stir, where music fills the corners of the day, and morning makes the world a gentle way. She ties the strings around her waist, just so, and watches the morning light begin to glow. her green apron soft against the lace below. She is the warmest thing this kitchen knows. The butter melts, the coffee starts to brew, and all the trailing plants turn brighter blue. She flips a pancake with a practiced hand, a morning chef who doesn't need a plan. Green apron girl in the morning light, everything around her feels so right. Music in her headphones, soft and near. The kitchen is her favorite thing to hear. She smiles down soft at the stack she's made, and berries red and blueberries cascade. A honey jar sits golden in the sun, and morning breakfast very nearly done. Green apron girl in the morning light, everything around her feels so right. Music in her headphones, soft and near. The kitchen is her favorite thing to hear. So wear your apron and begin the day. Let the kitchen take the gray away, where green and soft and warm collide. The green apron girl is living right inside. A golden pat of butter on the stack, and maple syrup in its golden track. Down the tower of pancakes, soft and brown, the kind of morning that won't let you frown. She said, sit down beside the berries bright, the strawberries and blueberries in the light. A sprig of green beside the fruited plate, the prettiest breakfast that the morning makes. Butter and syrup on a morning plate. Nothing about this morning can be late. Slow and golden like the rising sun, a perfect morning that has just begun. She pours the coffee dark into the cup, and watches all the morning open up. The hanging plants lean in to get a look, and even they love how the pancakes cook. Butter and syrup on a morning plate. Nothing about this morning can be late. Slow and golden like the rising sun, a perfect morning that has just begun. Take your time with butter, take your time with light. Take your morning slow and hold it right, because a golden morning seldom stays. So let the butter melt and bless your days. baskets near the glass, and morning light moves slowly when they pass. Each leaf a small applause for the new day, each tendril finding its own gentle way. She cooks below the canopy of green, the most botanical kitchen ever seen. White flowers in their vase beside the wall, and trailing plants that soften every hall. The hanging garden in the morning kitchen, where every green thing seems to be listening. She moves between the leaves and morning air, and everything is growing everywhere. The basket at the window holds its vines, and sunlight through the leaves draws golden lines. She reaches up and touches one small leaf, and in this moment finds the most relief. The hanging garden in the morning kitchen, where every green thing seems to be listening. She moves between the leaves and morning air, and everything is growing everywhere. Let the garden hang above your days. Let the green things soften all the haze. In a kitchen where the vines all grow, you begin to let your own heart show. She measured out the flower in the gray. Before the morning sun had found its way, and mixed the batter with a patient hand, like someone who has time to understand. Sits wide and wide on the old board, a simple kind of kitchen morning chord. She stirs it slow and watches the mix blend, and pours the first one at the rounded end. Morning batter, smooth and sweet, ready for the morning heat, poured in circles soft and round, the very best of morning sound. The kitchen smells of butter on the pan, and coffee brewing in the dripper can. watches as the bubbles start to form, and flips it in the golden morning warm. Morning batter, smooth and sweet, ready for the morning heat, poured in circles soft and round, the very best of morning sound. There's something in the making of the thing. Before the morning eats up everything, in the quiet while the batter rests, the morning kitchen always knows what's best. She rinses them under the morning tap, each berry bright and plump and sitting back. The blueberries dark as the morning sky, the strawberries red and catching every eye. She lays them all beside the pancake stack, and tiny drops of water trickle back. The kitchen fills with something sweet and clear, the smell of summer mornings always near. Berries in the bowl so bright, red and blue in morning light. Every little thing complete, every single morning sweet. She drizzles honey golden from the jar, and thinks that mornings never feel too far. The headphones hum a soft and swinging tune, and breakfast shines beneath the morning moon. Berries in the bowl so bright, red and blue in morning light. Every little thing complete, every single morning sweet. So place your berries carefully today, and let the morning have its gentle way. Because a breakfast made with love and care puts something good and soft into the air. The butter hits the pan and starts to sing, a sizzling little soft and golden thing. She tilts the handle with a gentle turn, and waits until the edges start to learn. The blue flame burns so low beneath the pan, and every morning follows its own plan. She watches for the bubbles in the batter, and nothing else this morning gently finds its way. A sizzle and a flip, and then the done. The frying pan song under the morning sun. The headphones play a soft and swinging line, and everything about this feels so fine. Green plants hang low and catch the morning beam, and breakfast is a warm and golden dream. The frying pan song in the early day, where everything just gently finds its way. A sizzle and a flip, and then the done. The frying pan song under the morning sun. So let the pan sing soft beneath the blue, and let the morning cook its way through you. Because a morning made with fire and care leaves something warm and golden in the air. The coffee sits dark in its morning cup, and all the trailing vines are waking up. Green tendrils reach toward the window glass, and every quiet morning slowly passes. She wraps her hands around the warm white mug. The kitchen plants give everything a hug. A dozen shades of green along the wall, and one small cup of coffee holds it all. Coffee and vines on a quiet day, everything so soft in its gentle way. She breathes it in and lets the morning come. Coffee and vines beneath the morning sun. Basket by the window sways, and the drip filter ends its morning phase. She pours a second cup and sits a while, and all the growing things just make her smile. Coffee and vines on a quiet day, everything's so soft in its gentle way. She breathes it in and lets the morning come. Coffee and vines beneath the morning sun. Let the vines grow long and let the coffee cool. Let the morning be your only rule, because some mornings ask for nothing more than coffee and the green things you adore. The window holds the morning in its frame, and nothing ever looks exactly the same. The light falls soft across the kitchen floor, and she stands still and asks for nothing more. The plants lean gently toward the open light, their trailing leaves still soft from overnight. She watches steam rise slowly from her cup and waits until the whole morning opens up. The kitchen window in the morning glow, where all the gentle growing things all know to turn their faces toward the rising sun and wait until the quiet days begun. A white flower in a vase on the sill, and everything around her soft and still. The wicker basket by the window seat, and morning making everything complete. The kitchen window in the morning glow, where all the gentle growing things all know to turn their faces toward the rising sun and wait until the quiet days begun. Stand at your window, let the morning in. Let the light decide where you begin, because some mornings all you need to do is watch the window, watch the light, watch you. She lifts the ladle with a steady wrist and pours the batter into morning mist. A perfect circle on the warming pan, a ritual that started when the day began. The headphones play a jazz that she loves well, and everything she makes has something to tell. She pours with care and something like a prayer, a softness that she puts into the air. She pours with love into the morning pan. She pours with love, the way that no one can. Everything she touches starts to glow. She pours with love lets the mornings go. The coffee's done, the berries in their bowl, and every little thing is feeling whole. She sets the plate down gently on the lace and fills the whole entire kitchen space. She pours with love into the morning pan. She pours with love the way that no one can. Everything she touches starts to glow. She pours with love and lets the mornings go. So pour with love today. Whatever comes, let the morning hold its gentle hums, because the things you make with loving care stay sweet and warm and floating in the air. The wicker baskets line the kitchen shelf, each one a little world all by itself. A big one holds the flour, a small one seeds, and every basket gives the kitchen what it needs. She sets the scale beside the mixing bowl and weighs each thing that makes the breakfast whole. The vintage green of it's so soft and right, a kitchen full of warmth and morning light. Wicker and warmth on a soft morning, everything woven and golden adorning every corner of the kitchen, filled with something quiet, tender and stilled. The cutting board hangs flat against the wall. The oven, it hangs floral in the hall. And everything about this kitchen space carries such a warm and woven grace. Wicker and warmth on a soft morning, everything woven and golden adorning every corner of the kitchen, filled with something quiet, tender and stilled. Let the wicker hold your mornings well. Let the warmth have something sweet to tell, because a kitchen full of handmade things carries all the love that morning brings. waits patient on the shelf, a little piece of someone else's self. She sets the bowl and watches the hand swing, and measures out the flour for everything. The numbers faded gentle on the dial, and still it weighs each morning with a smile. She tips a little more until it's right, and starts the whole day soft in morning light. The vintage scale in the morning kitchen, every gram of life so worth the weighing. Everything she measures turns to gold. Every morning gently being told. A tablespoon of sugar in the mix, and all the small and careful little tricks she learned from someone long before her time. And mornings like these ones feel so sublime. The vintage scale in the morning kitchen, every gram of life so worth the weighing. Everything she measures turns to gold. Every morning gently being told. Some things are worth the measuring today. The careful way of starting every day, because a morning that you take your time weighs out to something close to the sublime. Before the world outside has woken yet, she moves through every morning without fret. The gas flame blue and low beneath the pan, and morning in the kitchen has a plan. The apron tied and headphones soft in place, and morning light across her gentle face. The plants all green and trailing down the wall, and she's the warmest part of it all. Morning kitchen soft and still, everything about it's such a thrill. Coffee dripping batter on the heat. Morning kitchen, making life complete. She flips the pancake just before it burns, and every morning something kitchen, making life complete. Some people rise to something loud and fast, but she has found the morning's meant to last. In the kitchen, where the coffee drips and morning holds her in its quiet grip. There are vines above and vines below, and every trailing leaf puts on a show. The hanging basket's full from end to end, and every single tendril is a friend. She tends them in the morning one by one, before the cooking and the day's begun. A little water here, a gentle touch, and all the green things never ask for much. All the green things in the morning light, all the green things making everything right. They grow so soft and quiet on the wall, all the green things being there for all. The kitchen breathes with everything alive, and that is how the mornings start to thrive. She hums beneath the canopy of green, the most botanical girl you've ever seen. All the green things in the morning light, all the green things making everything right. They grow so soft and quiet on the wall, all the green things being there for all. So tend your green things every single day, and let the living softness have its say, because a kitchen full of growing things carries all the hope that morning brings. She picks them from the carton one by one, and lines them in a circle just for fun. Each blueberry dark and sweet and round, the smallest kind of morning treasure found. The stack of pancakes waiting patiently, and blueberries placed so decoratively. She adds a strawberry for a dash of red, and everything is beautiful instead. Blueberries at breakfast in the morning bowl, every tiny berry making something whole. She arranges them with such a gentle care. Blueberries at breakfast, floating in the air. is already dark and done, and morning comes in soft just like the sun. She takes a photograph because it's true that some mornings are just meant to carry through. Blueberries at breakfast in the morning bowl, every tiny berry making something whole. She arranges them with such a gentle care. Blueberries at breakfast, floating in the air. The small things in a morning matter most. A blueberry, a cup, a piece of toast. Because the morning's built on tiny things, carry all the joy that breakfast brings. She pulls the lace-edged blouse over her head, still warm and soft from sleeping in her bed. The tiny buttons done up one by one, and morning in the kitchen has begun. The cream and white against the apron green, the prettiest kitchen morning ever seen. She moves among the pots with quiet grace, a softness that belongs to morning space. The lace-edged blouse in the morning kitchen, every ruffle catching all the light. She cooks in something delicate and old, and everything she makes turns warm and gold. Headphones rest above her gathered hair, and music fills the lace-edged morning air. She pours the batter humming to the beat, and everything about this feels complete. Lace-edged blouse in the morning kitchen, every ruffle catching all the light. She cooks in something delicate and old, and everything she makes turns warm and gold. Wear your softest things for morning time. Let the lace remind you of the sublime, because a morning dressed in something sweet makes all the cooking tender and complete. puts her headphones on before the pan, before the batter and before the plan. The music starts and everything aligns, and morning into something perfect shines. She nods along while flipping golden rounds, and fills the kitchen up with swinging sounds. The vines above her sway along in time, and everything about this feels sublime. Headphones in the kitchen morning through, every note a warm and gentle clue. She cooks to jazz and lets the rhythm lead. Headphones in the kitchen, all she needs. The coffee drips in time with the bass line, and all the little morning details shine. She taps her foot beside the vintage scale, and every morning tells a different tale. Headphones in the kitchen morning through, every note a warm and gentle clue. She cooks to jazz and lets the rhythm lead. Headphones in the kitchen, all she needs. Put your headphones on and start the day. Let the music push the quiet away, because a kitchen with a soundtrack on feels like morning magic before dawn. She sets the filter in the dripper cone, and this is how she starts her mornings alone. The kettle lifted in a careful arc, a thin stream falling in the morning dark. She counts to 30, then she lifts again, and lets the blooming coffee start to drain. The carafe fills up slowly, golden deep, and every morning ritual she keeps. The pour over patient in the morning, every single drop worth the adoring. She pours so slow and watches it go through. The pour over her morning cup, so true. The kitchen plants leaning around the glass, and morning light through every leaf will pass. She pours the final circle and she's done, and holds the finished cup against the sun. The pour over patient in the morning, every single drop worth the adoring. She pours so slow and watches it go through. The pour over her morning cup, so true. There's no rush in a morning pour, just take your time and ask for nothing more, because the coffee fills up every quiet morning space. The white flowers in the vase beside the wall are the prettiest thing she's ever grown at all. She cut them from the garden just at dawn. And now the kitchen has a morning song. The tiny blooms like stars beside the shelf, each one a little gift she gave herself. They nod above the coffee and the cup and make the whole entire kitchen look up. Wildflower Kitchen in the morning hours, everything is softer, filled with flowers. She cooks among the petals and the green, the most beautiful kitchen you have seen. The floral oven mitt hangs on the hook, and every corner holds a wildflower look. She adds one stem to make the vase more full. And wildflower mornings always have a pull. Wildflower Kitchen in the morning hours, everything is softer, filled with flowers. She cooks among the petals and the green, the most beautiful kitchen you have seen. Fill your kitchen full of wildflowers today. Let the petals take the ordinary away, because a morning with a flower in its light makes everything about the day feel right. She doubles up the batter in the bowl and makes 2 cups of coffee, dark and whole. The plates are set on lace beside the pot, and everything is warm and everything is got 2 sets of berries on 2 gentle plates, and morning is the thing that always waits. She hums a little louder than before, because a shared morning is worth so much more. Pancakes for 2 on a morning soft, everything is lighter when it's shared aloft. The stack is tall, the coffee dark and true. Nothing beats a morning made for 2. The kitchen fills with something round and warm, a gentle kind of morning family form. She flips the last one with a steady wrist, and breakfast is the thing she can't resist. Pancakes for two on a morning soft. Everything is lighter when it's shared aloft. The stack is tall, the coffee dark and true. Nothing beats a morning made for two. Make your pancakes for someone today. Let the morning have a sharing say, because the table set for more than one means the morning's truly just begun. Sunday mornings, there's no rush at all. Just morning light and vines along the hall. She makes the tallest stack she's ever made, and every single layer is displayed. The butter melts in rivers down the side, and maple syrup takes a golden ride. She cuts it slowly through the middle wide, and all the Sunday morning feels inside. Sunday morning stack so high and sweet. Everything about this Sunday's complete. The kitchen's soft and green and full of light. Everything on Sunday morning right. The headphones on the shelf on Sunday rest, because on Sunday morning she knows best to hear the kitchen sounds without a song. The drip, the sizzle, all morning long. Sunday morning stack so high and sweet. Everything about this Sunday's complete. The kitchen's soft and green and full of light. Everything on Sunday morning right. Save your tallest stack for Sunday slow. When the morning has nowhere left to go, because a Sunday with a pancake high feels like grace beneath a gentle sky. this kitchen seems to sing. The ferns trail down from every wooden shelf, and every plant here seems to know itself. She moves among the greenery with care, and morning light gets caught in the soft air. The Botanical Kitchen is her world, where every leaf and every vine is curled. The Botanical Kitchen, wild and free, every leaf a friend to her and me. She cooks among the growing and the green, in the most alive kitchen ever seen. She hangs a new one by the window frame, and every plant here knows her by her name. The kitchen breathes with her on every side, and all the botanical things open wide. The Botanical Kitchen, wild and free, every leaf a friend to her and me. She cooks among the growing and the green, in the most alive kitchen ever seen. Build yourself a botanical kitchen space, fill it full of green things and with grace, because a kitchen where the living grows is where the very best of morning goes. She doesn't know she's doing it at first. The soft and quiet hum comes unrehearsed, a melody that only she would know, that rises with the morning's gentle glow. She hums above the sizzle of the pan, and humming is her own unwritten plan. The headphones on the shelf still hanging there, but this morning she just hums into the air. She hums while she cooks in the morning green, the sweetest little sound you've ever seen, a tune that drifts among the trailing vines and wraps itself around the morning lines. Coffee bubbles and she hums along, and everything becomes a breakfast song. The wicker baskets all seem to agree that humming is the way that morning should be. She hums while she cooks in the morning green, the sweetest little sound you've ever seen, a tune that drifts among the trailing vines and wraps itself around the morning lines. Hum something soft and slow while you begin. Let the morning music start from within, because the hum that rises while you cook is sweeter than anything written in a book. The morning pours itself across the floor, a golden spill that reaches every door. The kitchen catches every single ray and holds it softly through the morning day. The vines glow green in the window frame, and everything reflects the morning's name. The coffee cup, the pan, the vintage scale, all shining in the morning's gentle tale. A kitchen full of light and full of green, the most alive and lovely morning scene. She stands right in the center of it all, and morning fills her up from wall to wall. She sets the pancakes down and takes it in, just one